Alright, what we're fixing to do is drain its fluids and put a core support, headlight, vacuum canisters, controllers. Like this stuff is making a mess. But as you can see, the core support is literally rusted out and the radiator's falling out from underneath it. Kind of common on a Corvette. Looks like we're almost done. It's 1980 Corvette. Just a quick walk around. Good friend of mine, Jerry's car, or his wife's car. Alright, that's the beginning. I'm going to show the rough points of changing this. Got to remove the radiator. Well, first got to drain fluids out of the radiator. Tool's wet. I can do this without spilling it. Always reuse or recycling in the freeze. Never pour it in the ground. Start spraying it liberally, because most of the time the pulls break off. Wow. It's coming apart. I didn't unbolt that, folks, it just fell off. I almost pulled that radiator right out through the bottom. I think I will. Black wheels everywhere. transmission line up. Oh, we got the upper one loose. Disconnect the shroud up top, take the fan out. Sometimes it's just easy to get this out. Of course, the line is frozen. Just a nut. Absolutely fantastic job. Really easy to do. Just keep going. Down here. Got more everywhere also. Nasty job, folks. But someone's got to do it. Hey. See what this says. Genius at work. I'm going to move this around. We can actually see a little bit what I'm getting into here. Okay. So many times I kicked that camera. Hey, do you like my smock?
Yes, I do.
Watch your step over there.
I'm nervous there.
It seems I can't get that line loose from the radiator. I'm trying to take the rubber part hose loose because it looks like it's going to be replaced anyway. Then most clamps are terrible. Just take a dyke, side cutters, and cut this hose. Those clamps are rusted. Start bleeding in for these here from your transmission fluid in a minute. Looks like somebody used a vacuum line of some kind to do this. It's not all-purpose or oil-compatible line, that's for sure. drain that thing a little more. Keep getting inactive. I think I'm just going to cut that line. It needs to be replaced anyway, so. There's a whole lot of it. Yeah, I should be able to turn this on. Look at the rust fall out of that thing. It is nasty. Let's see if it's possible to remove this thing off the bottom. Actually, I have never removed the Corvette radiator from the bottom. So, it might not happen. Sport shot. Some little foam rubber side air seals on here. Kind of locking a little bit. Let's see if I can get these off. Get this thing out. Wow, look at that. Comes right out the bottom. That's probably easy to stop our full Corvette radiator. Okay. Fan shroud comes right out of there. Okay. Phew. Oh, yeah, there's a whole lot more left. That was definitely nasty. Up out of the way. Spray these little balance bolts because I'm going to have to take these out. They're not going to come out as they need to. Fish oil, WD-40. Oh no, it's all just fish oil. And right around 78, 79, everybody starts using metric, so yeah, see? They come off junk. Sometimes it's easier if they just snap right off. Just like that. And they're all just snapping right off. Kind of making my job a little easy. But I'll have to find everything. Put that on. I'm just wearing this rocky bucket. Gotta keep my mouth closed. today. Hard to determine where the nut is on an unpolished rust. That wouldn't help me. Step right off. They're quicker. Rain rust. Okay, there's the rubber balance. Yeah, there ain't a whole lot left of that core support at all. Just try to snag off some of these pieces so I can catch them ahead. go to pop out the wire and harness along the front. Like so. Connectors. It's going to be possible to save these periods. I'll probably get them off after I get the course board out. Just get the wire and harness off. One more WD-40. Hopefully I don't spray the can. A lot more WD-40. Sure this is where the Black Widow lives. Getting that rust in my eyes. Probably ought to have some kind of better safety glasses. which is a vacuum canister. Looks just like a coffee can. Shake the rust up. Disconnect the vacuum to the coffee can. Usually these coffee cans have leaks in them anyway. And if it don't have leaks when I get through with it, it probably will. So I'll have to figure out another type of vacuum canister. Some of the older Corvettes, they use part of the front crossover support as a large steel vacuum canister. Like I said, after I get through this, it'll probably be leaking. I don't see no holes in it, but it's pretty rusty. It's just basically a volume. Well, I guess the camera cut out as I was taking off the lower valance. But I got it off. There it is. Close my door so you can hear my voice. I guess I talk too low for this camera to hear. And for some reason it only does like 25 minutes at a time. I turn on the bright sunlight up here. See, it's bright. Okay. I got the vacuum canister off, or the coffee can. The Folgers coffee can. Vacuum volume canister. Without breaking it, so that's a good thing. Okay, now I've got to take loose the AC condenser. See if I can get it where you can see me working on it. Hopefully I can get these out without breaking them, which I doubt, because they're pretty bad shape. Sprayed them down before I went in and ate lunch, so hey, that came loose easy. But there ain't much to it. The back side of it's just completely rusted away. I'll have to find all these bolts. I guess that one ain't too bad. That one come out real easy. It's shot. I'm going to have to lower it down to get the top ones. But while I got it like this, I'm going to go ahead and take the side of the core support bolts out. Did soak them down real good, but these are the ones that usually snap off. Well, I guess the WD-40 is kind of working. coming out. Just a regular body bolt screw. I got the other one out after the camera, the bottom ones, I got them out after the camera ran out of memory. Which happens when you get old and you run out of memory. These are coming out really pretty nice. Of course, they usually just snap off. Bottom ones have huge washers on them. Pretty rough shape. Came out. One more on the driver's side, and I've gotten all of them out, which is highly unusual. Yep, that one's fun too. Usually what happens is they snap off, and it leaves a little bit of the bolt stud sticking out on the side. And you can't get the core support out. You've got to take a little die grinder, grind the stud that's broke off and sticking out. You have to grind that off, which is not real easy because you don't want to damage the little metal support that's on the outside here. And that's kind of the only way you can get them, is by damaging the metal support with the die grinder, which came out. I'm very pleased. I'll show you what I'm talking about by the metal support. This is the metal support right here. And that little stud will break off, or the bolt will break off and leave a stud sticking out of the hole. And you can't pull the core support out through the top, because that's the only way you can get the core support out of these is through the top. Which I did get the radiator out through the bottom, which was kind of unusual. But I'm going to go ahead and lower it down, get the top of the condenser bolts out, and move it forward, and then try to wedge that core support out. Now there's a whole bunch of shims on the very bottom down here that I need to pull out. Shim these core supports. I kind of want to measure them or keep them one side and the other, because when they fall out, they'll fall out and pile on the ground, and I don't know which one side goes where. I'm going to have to. They're just body shims. But like I said, I want to keep these on this side. What's on the other side? Sure makes it nice to have a lift. I love my lift. Maybe a cheap Chinese lift, but it sure does what I want it to. That's about as low as we want to go. My t-shirt fender cover. As you can see, I kind of wedged the radiator shroud up underneath. It's down there, and see how it comes right out nicely. No damage. And let's see how it. Okay. The upper radiator support brackets. Bolts hold. There's two on each side, and the one on the outside holds the upper core of condenser. So it looks like I've already got the both sides on top, but the condenser's a little stuck. There's years of a rubber grommet on it there. That will stay in one place. See if we can fight this core support out. See, they're shaped like a wedge when they go down in here. So, we kind of wedge them right up out of here. Condenser will lay right there. There we go. That is one nasty core support. Really come out nicely though. Look at here. These are light wires that go to a light that mounts on the hood, which is not there. So tuck them out of the way. Tomorrow I'll be removing the hood and changing the headlight canisters. And they are right down in there. You can probably see them. There's the headlight canisters. One on this side, one on that side, and there's two controllers right there. Whenever you take the Corvette hood off, it's a real good idea to put scribe marks. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. On the top and the side of that hinge. That way when you put the hood back on, it lines up right the way it was. Also these brackets up here for the prop kind of helps to do those too. Them are not so crucial as the ones down here. And the reason why is if you don't get that lined up perfectly and you close your hood, there isn't a lot of clearance. As you can see right here on this hood, which actually I've already loosened the hood bolts and it's almost touching on the paint, which isn't no good, but I haven't moved it so it hasn't scratched nothing. There ain't a lot of clearance right here. And when you close the hood and it's not lined up, it falls in the wrong place right here on the latches. And if anybody's ever done that before, you cannot unlatch this hood. I made a special tool when I was working in the Corvette shops years ago that would reach up and grab this little latch that pulls the hood, because this is the side that you can't get to. This side over here you can get to kind of from underneath. Well, actually you can wiggle it around and do it, but it really makes it a pain. I've seen guys cut holes in the hood and ruining hoods and all that stuff. But I don't do it that way no more. I make sure I scribe my hinges top and side. That way, when I put it back on, I line my hinge up, tighten it down, and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about spending all that time lining it back up. Okay. Condenser will just lay right where it's at there. We get all that out. Take a look at this beautiful core support I put down in here. There's a whole lot of that left. That core support is horrible. I'm going to go ahead and transfer over my little wire holders, harness holder, and my bracket for the upper radiator. And there's a little, where the condenser goes in, there's a little metal sleeve that keeps you from over tightening it when you put the radiator upper support brackets on. Okay, here's the new one. And we'll flip it around the way it is here. These are about $300 aftermarket. Got it off eBay. Company called Kaufman Corvette. Got a pretty good price on it. I think right around $300 I paid for it delivered. I got both canisters and both controllers for about $175. I think they came from a company called Big City Corvette, but after I got them here, I see they're from Corvette America. So I've dealt with them a lot of times for calipers and stuff. But they didn't have them that cheap, so I got them through a company called Big City Corvette, and originally I guess they came from Corvette America. And that's what we're doing tomorrow after we get the hood off. But today, we're going to go ahead and do the core support and get it set back down in there. That way, when I go to take the hood off, the core support kind of spreads the body apart just a little bit. So, that's what we're going to do. Let me set this up here. I'll take my clips off and get this one ready to go in. Makes it better to take these off after you get them out, because all this rust involved on this job is kind of hard to work it underneath the car. These things are usually just break when you try to get them out. They're not very strong. Two, right? Three. Break the rust away from that when it fell out. I did see where people were cutting the bottoms off these and reselling the top halves off on eBay for 50, 60 bucks, but I mean, why just buy the top half? It's the bottom that always goes bad, so it don't really help you any. Support don't come with these little sleeves, so I'm going to have to take them sleeves out of there. Try to beat them out here and tap them into the new support there. That's just probably really cool. Actually, this support has an internal sleeve there. Somewhat sleeve built right into them. They're pretty nice core supports. I think that'll be just good the way it is. I have to grab a little rubber from stick in here. Rubber radiator grommets. Basically, this one doesn't have, here it goes, pull through the little tabs, kind of holes. Hold real good. Once you get the radiator, they're not going to go in there. There we go. That's that. Okay, we're ready to set this one back down in there. It's not going to be as easy one-handed. Got to support the condenser at the same time. Okay, let me move y'all over here so you can see how it goes in. And as y'all saw me take the radiator out through the bottom, that was because the bottom radiator pan was rusted completely off of it. That's why I was able to get it out. Otherwise, it don't come off like that. Like I was saying, I've never pulled one out through the bottom like that before. Even as bad and rusty as they usually are. screws I'm going to use instead of the ones that I took out of it. It looks like we're fixing to lose the camera, so okay, we're back. Camera drops off every 25 minutes for some reason, I don't know, but it does. Whole bucket full of bolts that I used when I built the building, and they seem to work good for putting in core supports, and they're zinc plated, so that's what I'm going to use. They're just little zinc plated bolts. The neat thing is they have a little washer, rubber washer on them, which I leave on there, because it just seems to work good. You don't tighten it down too tight. It don't hurt nothing to leave it on there, so I like using these. One part, lining it up. Getting the first two top ones in. There's one. This one's a little easier. There. That really makes it nice when you get it that way. And then the other ones down on the bottom, I will have to use the real long one that comes with it, or the ones I took out of it with the big washers, because they're really long. So basically I use 4 of them. And I use the original super long ones for the bottom. If you remember, these are the ones that has the shims behind them on the bottom, so they don't go behind the bolts, but they go between the core support and the body. But you can get the bolt started anyway. Center one in. And I think I'll just run these on the wire wheel before I put them in all once. Got the middle one starting on this side. And wire wheel, they'll plug gears. think I'll lift it back up in the air and give us a better view here. Did I say I love my lift? I'm sure I did. It'd be a cheap Chinese lift, but it sure saves my butt. Okay. Huge hole. It's about 2 inches by an inch to get this through here. And body bolts are kind of easy to get crossed in here. There's a lot of room to get your hand. Get them started a little bit because you got to get your shims in there. This one takes 4 shims on this side. I don't know how thick they are. Like about a 32nd thick. Pry that out just a little bit to get this width back in. There we go. Got a little hammer. Tap on it. Now do the passenger side shims. Only 2 on this side. A lot to do with what I was talking about by the hood. Wedging it apart some. I like to tighten the bottom ones first. That's good and tight. And then we can get the two on the side, the next two up. Oh, it's in the way. Top one you got to get with a wrench because the hood brackets bolts come right down through the top. They make it kind of difficult to get a socket on. Awkward spot to get into there, but they don't have to be super tight. They do have a piece of fiberglass in between the two pieces of metal. You don't want to super crush it. Now we have good solid core support. Go ahead. bottom screws in. The condenser. I'm just going to put these in here tight because I still want to start the upper ones before I tighten them down. And it looks like we're about ready to run out of camera in about 30 seconds. So I think we'll call it a day on this one and be here first thing in the morning with fresh camera and fresh battery and fresh memory. Pull the hood off and I'll show you how to change the headlight vacuum canisters and controllers. So y'all have a good night. We're working on it. Quick video. Put the radiator shroud in first, radiator in next, and they just slide right down in there, both sides. So that was just a quickie on showing what it looks like when you got it in there. Like I said, had 20 seconds left. I'd do a quick one. All right, y'all have a good night. We're working on it.